Hello and welcome back to me playing Banished. Last time we're running out of cemetery space and we queued up to build the second cemetery, which is going to be huge. Might be as well double the size of that one, but I doubt it. It's probably gonna hold like 70 tops people, so it's still about 66% larger. Yeah, about that. Other than that, I don't really remember what else happened because it has been a long time ago, and I've learned a couple of new things, especially like how to play it with disasters and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. We're still trying to achieve our goal of about 150 to 200 members in our community, and once we achieve that, we're gonna move on to a harsher start. So without further ado, let's get started. So what is in my plans? Well, I'll have to keep on close check on the food production as well as consumption per year. You can see right now our consumption is greater than the production, but just a tiny little bit now. Now it's the production that bypasses the consumption. But overall, remember that we get a boost in early autumn, or rather early autumn till autumn or late summer if you want. A trader is also incoming. We have a lot of materials to trade for. 1,250 firewood, 30 hide coats, and 1,000 fish if needed be. And we're filled up. Tullian died of old age. That is unfortunate. We're gonna queue up another person here to build, and we need to prioritize this sooner or later. The problem is, it's really far away, and therefore, of course, it's a bit pesky to get there to work, you know? That's why I'm actually gonna build a secondary bridge here. I'm gonna build a gatherer's and a hunter's hut here, and we'll connect them to a barn here, and then we'll build some houses as well. Merchant has arrived. Let us slow down time and check what he has to offer. He has to offer ship. We don't need ship, so off you go. We actually have a bunch of ship. We have 10 out of 11. That's really good, and 7 out of 11 cows. So we're still not producing anything here because, you know, we'll have to slay the cows eventually. We have 30 wool produced last year, 6 wool produced this year, and it's only spring, so things are looking up for now. Keep in mind we will also need leather for warm coats, which take quite a bunch of time to be basically made, but you know, hopefully we can keep up the production. Anyway, now let's only hope that this thing is going to be built sooner or later. Sooner rather than later, especially. Once that is done, things will be exciting again. I might as well... Can't I? It's 2 out of 2 builders. Apparently you cannot have more than 2 builders in here. And there is a child looking. Look at him. Look at her, actually. Look at her, just cozying around, doing nothing at all but observing how the cemetery is being built. Yes, that is what children do at the young ages. Either way, that's neither here nor there. Let's hope that this cemetery is gonna be built soon. It's 40 out of 64, so we're almost there. Only 10% of the completion remaining. And then we'll be happy again. Or rather, more happy rather than happy. Also, the food is dropping. No, that's not really dropping. It's about just the same. So we'll have to actually put some production into use. And here we go. 96 graves. That's actually quite a huge boost. Next up, we're gonna build a couple of houses. Now, the problem with these houses is gonna be, other than building them, also sustaining them. The reason behind this is they're gonna live quite far away. So let's actually plan this thoroughly. Let's pause the game a bit, and we're gonna put a storage barn here for sure. Might as well build a road. It goes around the corner, and there's gonna be a road down here as well. We can build. I guess I'm gonna go with a couple of wooden houses for the time being. Reason behind this, it's that transportation of all the materials for a stone house takes time. And I want these 2 houses to be built as soon as possible. And the last thing we're gonna do is queue up a bridge. Now my fear is that these guys will actually... oh, this is actually quite a pesky bridge to build, so we're gonna do it that way. My fear is that these guys will actually start starving, so I'd first pause these two buildings and we're gonna build a bridge and stuff and see what happens out of that. And hopefully everything will be going up splendidly. Do we have full saturation on everything that we need for food production? Hunters indeed, fishermen indeed, gatherer indeed, as well as farmers, which are here, 9 out of 9. Alright, herdsmen are also 3 out of 3, so that's okay. I don't think we're gonna yield anything this year yet with the orchard, even though you see tiny apples there, but you know, it's gonna take some time still. We have a lot of material, especially wood. We have a bunch of wood. So what are we gonna build here exactly? Well, after this bridge is built, we're actually gonna do it right now. I'm gonna queue up the production, or rather, I'm gonna pause the production for a gatherer's hut. Is that, let me see. Okay, so it goes there, the circle. The problem is this mountain covers quite a bunch of terrain here, sadly. We cannot really help that, but it's not gonna be that much of an issue, I believe. Production is gonna drop down a bit, but not by a lot, I feel. We're gonna pause this for now, and we can close this window. Awesome. How many warm coats do we produce? Not many. The problem is that it's not really a good... it's not really an easy thing to do. Oh no! Millie the Gatherer has died. Certainly not as important as Palmer's death, but you know, certainly important nonetheless. She's gonna be buried in the big cemetery. The big cemetery. Also, another thing that I probably should build is a market and a fisherman down here. I think I'm gonna do both of them, yes. There's enough space for a market, certainly. So I don't see a problem with that. I'd really like these two buildings to be built. Lots of laborers, by the way. You can actually queue up the whole dealio right now. Do a bit of layouting and stuff like that. Old age is not a cause of death that preoccupies me overall too much. Now, this is gonna be a bit pesky to position perfectly. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. There was gonna be our marketplace. So we actually, you know what, it's gonna be fine this way. Sure, we have like overall a block of 9 squares here. You know, if this was actually a disaster game, this would be perfect because I could put like a well there for preventing fire and stuff like that. But since this is not a disaster game, I don't really care. Anyway, the storage barn is gonna be built anytime now, hopefully before winter time. With that thing done, things are going to look up sooner or later. And I'm probably gonna build a fisherman before anything else. Yeah, I think I'm gonna build a fisherman. Reason behind this is that we're gonna have a tiny little bit of population that is gonna be fed by that fisherman. Despite the fact that they're still going to search for better quality food down in this market. Simply because this market has more to offer. But that's neither here nor there, really. We're gonna unpause these two buildings to be built. And we're gonna position fishermen in such a way that I'll have space for another house there. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I can definitely position this one further away. Just how further? I guess I could position it here, really. Yeah, we're gonna position it here, sure. A bit of a waste of space, perhaps, but you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I think we should be fine overall. So definitely priority on these two houses, although it is quite far away. They have warm coats, they have coats in general. We have 240 stored clothes, so I don't suppose it's gonna be too much of an issue if they're gonna build all the way down here. I don't think so anyway. Let them do their job. They know what they're doing. We're gonna queue up 4 fishermen, or actually we're gonna queue up 3 fishermen at this fishing dock. This doesn't have a big radius. Optimally I could have built it here really, but we can always move it later on once those people that are going to live there are going to leave and not die out of hunger, you know? Either way, a trader is coming, so hopefully he's gonna offer us something interesting. Many more laborers and adults are coming in. 133 members. We might reach our goal in 2 episodes time. In that case, we're just gonna move on with our next glorious adventure, with our next glorious town, which might be wrecked by a disaster, by a tornado, by pestilence, by influenza. Pfft, whatever you want, really. There's really limitless options in the disaster scene. Either way. I wonder actually if they're delivering some food here. Yes, they are, simply because we're kind of stuffed. You have chickens. Definitely we're gonna purchase 4 of those. We're gonna purchase 4 of those and we're gonna trade you... Well, one is for 100, so 400 firewood would that be? Yep. Thanks a lot. We're probably gonna build something over here. Oh no! Nathaniel the fisherman has died of old age. Rest in peace, Nathaniel. You'll be missed. You will be missed. So right now we have a fisherman and a builder here. This fisherman is doing a long commute. You'll have to be careful until this one is built. So once this house is built, they're gonna build this one really quickly. Hopefully really quickly. Either way, there's still some food being stored here, so... Very little though. Very, very little. They're probably going to take some food. Right now this might cause some issues, but overall I don't think it's gonna be that big of an issue. Do we still have someone in the... No, we don't have anyone in the boarding house. Do we have nomads? I don't think so, no. Let's see our production. Yearly production is still over what we are using, so that is good news. Still, I wouldn't like to risk it and increase that, because as our citizens are getting born, the more we're gonna need, the more we're gonna consume, the more we'll have to produce. And if we don't produce... Oh no! Calvia the fisherman has died of old age. Rest in peace, Calvia. He'll be missed. There we go. Ooh, yeah, I think this is gonna work out for us. And at this point, we can probably afford to build a couple of stone houses here. I cannot build a house here, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like it's any wasted space or anything. Did I optimize this properly? I wonder. No, I didn't. No, 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 no. No, game. Stop. I'm a big dummy. I didn't notice that. But it isn't a problem. This is optimized. Now we can squeeze a house here. So that's interesting. Alright. Let us play. Once these 2 houses are built... Well, this is going now to start producing goods. Once these 2 houses are built, I'm probably gonna build a marketplace, because we're gonna need it. Lots of laborers, though, being born. So I think I can actually maximize the fishing dock power and stuff like that, you know. I definitely have to wonder whether they're gonna survive well enough without the marketplace right now. The marketplace will have the job to basically go and gather around food from every place in the map, on the map, so that's not really an issue, except with exception if you have workers really far away. And I wonder, these 4 chickens, are they gonna just live just fine here? That's something I don't know yet. I've never had any animals that long there. We'll figure it out as we go. Yes, well, there's some fish. How much food do you have? Actually, it's a sufficient amount of food to survive for now. Let's also not forget that I'm gonna build a wood cutter, because God knows we're gonna need it. Yeah, over here might be a good choice someplace. Yeah, I don't see why not. And overall, I think we should be fine. We have builder, builder, fisherman, and builder. Where the hell do all these fishermen come from? And did I miss a... No, I didn't miss. This guy just passed by, I guess. Or it's the same one from before. Let's check the commute here. Yup, that's quite far away. But it shouldn't be causing too many issues. At least I hope not. Excuse me. We're also gonna pause so that the laborers can start chopping down trees here and deliver them in our stockpile. How is this actually producing in fish-wise? The barn is really close, so I guess that this is basically gonna be very productive. This is one of the things I learned. Once you have some production buildings, place barns and stockpiles as close as possible. It's actually gonna accelerate their job. However, I've been actually in a debate with some people. According to them, having gatherers' huts, hunters' cabins in an area outside of town is okay, but it doesn't matter whether there are trees or not. And I didn't agree totally. I think trees matter a lot. I think trees basically accelerate the growth of vegetation as well as of wild game. I might be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, but I have the feeling that this is how it works. Just a slight feeling in my brains. Also, this guy has the community of the cemetery, by the way. 96 graves. Holy mother of God. That's gonna be a lot of graves once we get there. How much people do we have? 139, so we're not growing too rapidly, but still at a nice pace. Oh no! Arlie the Gatherer has died of old age. Old age. And let me just check really quickly if I can position houses here, so that's actually awesome. Now, I'd really appreciate it if my builders here would decide to build these two houses. How about we prioritize them? I guess that's what it's lacking from their lives right now. Their lives are lacking some of that. Actually, they're not... yeah, they're going to the marketplace to get some food. Otherwise, they wouldn't have all of this. They might also go to this one. We have a lot of food anyway, but it's dropping down? We're definitely producing less than we're consuming this year, but that should be something that is gonna be easily rectified over time. We're not losing an insane amount of food. We shall see anyway. It definitely might be because of these 4 new houses. So without further ado, let's also trigger up this gatherer's hut to produce some goods for us. Now, are the chickens still fine? They do look like they're fine, yes. There are 4 of them, so... Also, I wonder... Yes, the orchard will yield this year. The cow yielded wheat. Okay, previous season. We got 200 mutton from the current season, actually, from sheep. They're breeding like vermin. Reserves of stone are low. Oh, that's interesting. Something that piques my interest to tell the truth. So we're gonna actually do up to clear out stone in the closer area of this new town, if you want, this retro town. I don't even know what to call it, really. Suburbs. I cannot really call them suburbs. Technically speaking, they're suburbs to a bigger modern city, I guess. Well, even in past, I guess, suburbs existed. But is this definable as suburb? I don't know. You define it for me. I guess this could be the front yard of the city. The beauty of between the 2 rivers. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try, guys. I apologize for even saying anything. Lots of people being born, holy cow. Holy mashed potatoes. That's certainly something. Well, our food is okay. Keep in mind we're also gonna have apples this year, this time of the year. How is all the rest food producing? Quite fine, I dare say. Did the cow produce anything yet? No, actually I just noticed there are 8 out of 11. I thought that they were at maximum capacity. But that is not the case. Something. Full storage barn. I might build a second storage barn here, actually. That might help. because then they're gonna be delivering food quite closer by. However, with a second marketplace coming up sometime, we shouldn't have that many issues. Let's hope before this year ends, at any rate. That would be optimal for me, especially for the citizens in the suburbs of Thunderstone, for sure. We shall see. We shall see. How's our clothier producing goods? Not many, but not too little either. We're not losing them, so that's okay. Now, I'd really appreciate it if they deliver. I have no iron. Oh, the iron is rich. Let's clear out the iron from this zone too, then. We need absolute, redonkulous priority in this, guys. Really do. So please, can you build this? I would greatly appreciate it. Oh no! Lauron, the woodcutter, has died of old age. How many times will I say, oh no? Well, at one point of the game, I'll probably reach that point where I'm just gonna be like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, okay. Let's queue up 4 workers here right away. The storage barn isn't too far off, so that's okay. Probably will have to build some stone roads sooner or later. Ah, there we go! Now this is gonna be starting to be built. And once the builders are done building this, they're probably gonna move out to other houses. Because, let's be honest, these gatherers probably have a... oh, hello. I haven't even noticed you, son. Son? Haven't noticed you! Oh my god, you have a lot of stuff. I don't know. Do I really want something? Let me check. We have 6 wool. We have lots more leather, so... do you have any wool? You do not, or maybe you do. You have pecan seeds. Let's go with that. 625. No, that's 325. 625. Great, and dismissed. See you later. So right now we actually have quite a... let me check just production. Oh yeah, we're producing over. Because it's autumn, now they're gathering stuff. What's the yield of the apples, I wonder? I actually wonder if they're gonna be able to farm them all, because 69% yield, the magic number. And this cow is literally half outside and half inside. That's a thing. So... we have a bunch more seeds right now, that's awesome. Chickens are still... that's 3 chickens. No, that's 4 chickens, there are 2 clipping. Okay, that's fine then. Everything is fine. Let's not panic too quickly. So how is my gatherer here producing? Not too steadily, because of course there are no stone roads to deliver to this barn too quickly. But luckily enough, there wasn't any complaints with the citizens thus far, and we do have an amount of food. And no, we couldn't actually take the full yield out of this apple field. So what I'm gonna do is probably increase the saturation a tiny little bit, maybe next time. They're gonna work out better in tandem. We'll see. Marketplace is about to be finished. 75 out of 100. Exciting news for me, of course. And after that is done, we're gonna queue up a couple of people to work in the marketplace, and probably queue up a couple more buildings to be built. Let's do with 6, I guess. I'm gonna go with a wooden house. 2 wooden houses. There we go. That should be okay. More importantly, what we're gonna do is build a road here. Stony road. There we go. Hopefully this is going to actually accelerate the people to delivering things into the storage barn. And more importantly, hopefully this marketplace here is gonna help us a lot. Yeah, they're great. They're getting the goods now. They're getting all the goods. Now, what this means is basically with the saturation having a bit more food on this market, there's gonna be more space in all of these storage barns across the city. Which means basically that things will be delivered faster. I hope. By the way, this quarry is getting deep. That's what you said! Also, this winter is cold as hell, and also the music stopped for one reason or the other that I'm currently not aware of, but it's not probably gonna be any trouble. It's not gonna mean any trouble. Alright. Things are working out for us, I suppose. Is this road finished already? I don't think so, because there is not done yet. I don't know. It might be, it might not be. I cannot say for sure. No, it's being built, I guess. Yeah, now they're building it. This is built, this is not built. Okay. During wintertime, it's hard to distinguish between a built road and a not built road. Either way. So far, so okay. Look at how close are these two rivers to joining here. They actually do join at this point, but you know, it's just a matter of how close we are to being an island. Quite a cozy town though, I like it. I like it a lot. Do you like it? Do you? Do you? You better like it. You better like it. Alright. With this couple of houses being built, we'll be able to afford actually building a woodcutter next season here. Which is going to deliver firewood to the marketplace. Yeah, I haven't thought about that. But still, you know, maybe making sure that we have enough firewood. Because I noticed that it's dropping down. We had 2,000, I believe, at one point. Let me see what the limit is. It's 3,000, so definitely we're dropping down firewood. We can actually check the consumption to production rate. Let's see. It's tiny bit over that, yes. So I guess we're gonna build the woodcutter after all. It's okay. I'm fine with a woodcutter. There. Not the prettiest place, I do say so, but what can you do about it? My management of this space wasn't perfect. Deal with it, guys. Deal with it. And this road is almost built, and now this gatherer should be producing a bit faster. A little bit, not much better though. Because there's this mountain. Probably we're gonna place also a woodcutter's hut here. Forester hut, sorry. I misplaced these names horribly. Anyway, there's one more year to this episode. Also, I'm sorry for the slow progression of these episodes. I've actually been training now on speed 10. I probably should give it a go, but not yet. We're gonna finish off the series at speed 5 and then we're gonna go on with the next series at speed 10 with disasters. Disasters, yes. Also, what is my limit on logs? 2,000, that's fine. A child named Mika was born. That's good. I reckon we might build forester here. We have actually a lot of labor being prepared to work. Education, stuff like that. That's good news. There, and also a tiny stockpile over here for delivering food faster. Eventually we might also make a barn there. Why not? I don't see any harm in it. Or just something that is kind of puzzling me. Positioning and all that. We have Owen the Gatherer that has died of old age. Unfortunate, but you know, it's the circle of life. But there is none like not Anders. Palmer's. Palmer's the legendary worker, the builder. Where is Palmer's? Where does he live? He might be one of these guys over here because he was a builder once. No, he isn't. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're still having a positive amount of food. Are the chickens still alive, I wonder? They do seem alive. Okay. We're just not producing anything with them right now. But it is quite okay. What I'm gonna do, however, is surround this by roads. Go on by extending the road here. By 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then dragging it down here. Dragging this road up here. There we go. Now I'll have more or less an idea of where I can place the chicken fields. The chicken fields. Also, we need a worker here. There you go. There is a road that needs cancellation over here. And I believe I can make roads down here too. Now the chicken field, also known as the pasture. Let's go with a 17 times 11. Yeah, that seems fine to me. That's okay. It's a nice small community here, I like it. Once that is done, we're probably gonna queue up this building. I think it's going to be perfect. I hope. One man can only hope. Alright, let's put a couple of workers here. Yeah, free. There's gonna be 3 workers in each of these foresters. I don't feel like I need more than that right now. I feel like this is quite okay. So things are okay. Fish is actually being produced nicely. I wonder how my other fishermen are doing. I've fed some obscene amount of fish produced in one of my off-camera towns. Literally 2,500 each year. I don't even know how. How is that possible? I don't know. I didn't do anything different, I swear. I guess it's just a random number generator or something, but it does do it every year, so, you know, there must be some secrets to it. I guess I hit the holy grail of fisherman grounds, I don't know. Things could be true or fake, for all I know. This game is still a mystery to me, as it is a mystery to many more people. We're gonna build another house here. Might as well. Can I actually squeeze another house down here, I wonder? It does seem like it. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I can squeeze 2 more here, 3 more here, 1 here. Probably they're gonna place it like here so that I can squeeze another here. So quite a bunch of houses still that can be placed here, so that is great. That is awesome. Just making a mental map here. A merchant has arrived to the trading post. Let's see if he sells anything of interest. Cattle and sheep, you are dismissed. Speaking of cattle, we almost reached the limit, which is awesome. The sheep are producing actually mutton aplenty. That is good. 600 mutton this year already. That's really nice. Cows are gonna produce that mutton really soon, guys. Really, really soon. Okay, we're gonna be happy people. And after this house is built and this pasture is built, the wood is being delivered as we speak, I'll make sure to know... Oh no! Glorin the Gatherer has died of old age. Rest in peace, Glorin. You were glorious one day. Whether you are a female or a male, I don't know, but that doesn't matter. So things are looking up. I still don't know why there is absolutely no music going on. Guess crank it up. Ah! I guess I just had to press escape. Music is going on now, magically. I do apologize for the lack of music thus far. Music in this game is really good, by the way. There's no hiding that matter. I'm sure I should be using WASD key to move around the camera. It's a bit more smooth overall. Yeah. How's this guy producing? Not awesome. It's okay, but I've seen better. Yeah, in the same place where, in the same village as I had the holy grail of fishermen's fishing docks, I also had the holy grail of gatherer's hut, which produced like 3,000 to 4,000 food per year, which is something ridiculously obnoxious, really. Quite nice. Anyway, this house is apparently being built before this pasture, but it doesn't really matter because there's 2 workers on each, so in the long rate, you know, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, we're having chickens here delivered as soon as possible. What is the range of this market? It's quite a long while. So we probably can place houses here and another pasture here. Possible bridge here. Develop town here. That's not gonna happen, guys. Sooner or later this town ought to finish. 150 members. 2 more episodes, I suppose, after this one might be it. So we're gonna put chicken here. We're gonna put 1 worker. 31 total chicken. You know how many foodies we're gonna produce here. I think it's eggs as well as chicken meat, so that's good news. And I suppose we can queue up another house to be built over here, cozily. We're gonna have a nice road down here for another house up here. Things are looking up, guys. What can I say? My town is being very successful thus far. But I would like a hunter's hut here. Hunter's lodge. Can we do that? Can we squeeze a hunter's lodge? Let me see the area of influence of this one first. It is quite big. No hiding that. Also, I pinned it, didn't I? We'll see. Nah, it's not possible. It would be very severely impractical unless I build it down here. So there's not gonna be a hunting cabin there, unfortunately, but we're gonna have to live with it. It's gonna be fine, guys. And I would like to check really quickly before this winter ends, and actually this hasn't even started the winter. But before anything else, oh no! Luli the herdsman has died of old age. Rest in peace, Luli. Sounds dirty. They leave all close by, they leave close. Close. That is awesome, guys. That is beautiful. Seeing that all of these people live cozily nearby the giant cemetery over here. What could I squeeze over here, I wonder? Not much, really. Nothing of import. But either way, with chickens, we should now have... oh yeah, I think we had them already. I just wasn't paying attention up there. Fish is very high. We have almost 10,000 fish. We check here. We're definitely producing more than we're consuming. What is the production of this right now? It is definitely much better than last year, so that's good news. Eventually trees will grow too old and they're gonna replace them with small saplings, and the vicious cycle of life also works. Of course, for trees, nothing changes. Nothing at all. Nothing. This house should be built before too long. And how do we improve the food production in this place? What I could do is supposedly have a couple of houses here in this row. Later on, of course. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Have a row down here. Have one here. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We can clear all of these materials we don't really need. Even though those two trees over there look kind of nice as decoration. This man talking decoration in a game that has absolutely no decoration. It would be a nice addition, though. I approve of decoration DLC. People are going to hate me after saying that, guys. I know. But you remember me, how I was in Anno 2070. If you watched that series anyway. I was like, I can go on a decoration, so I'm gonna pay $10 for them. And people were like, dude, are you an idiot? And I'm like, yes I am. Also, this is producing a lot of food. That's really nice. So our little suburb is actually thriving nicely. I like that. We really don't need anything over here. This is all sustainable, and a trader is coming in late winter of year 23. In year 24 we're pausing, so there is that. Probably gonna put a stockpile over here. I reckon that would be the best course of action. Even if it's not a big one. It's actually quite big. I'm okay with that stockpile. Okay, let's see what our merchant is gonna offer us, and then we're probably gonna break the game, or rather pause the game, not break it. We don't really have to break the game, you know. We just have to pause it. Alright. Holy Mother of God. Cabbage, potatoes, walnuts, squash, corn. We had corn. Shit, son, you got a thing for stuff. An understatement, I guess. Potatoes, definitely. Do we have cabbage? Do we have cabbage? I think we have lettuce. We don't even have lettuce. We're gonna go with potatoes and cabbage for all 1,250 units there. How much can we get out of this? Not much, I reckon. No, not enough. So I'm not even gonna try. We're gonna just trade this and see you later, mate. Thanks for the trade. We have cabbage and potatoes, the vegetables of gods. Don't get me started that potatoes are towers, because I'm gonna be mad at you, okay? Good. glad we straightened that up really quick. Definitely we're gonna play some farms here, though. It's early spring. It's time to pause the game. We're probably gonna set up 2 farm maybe here. 1 farm. We'll see the sizes. Depends on the sizes. There's definitely a lot of space here still. With the marketplace, I mean. So, we go here. Crop field. We can go as far as this line goes. We could do 2 fields 10 times 15, you think? No, we can't. Ah, that's unfortunate. Ah, that's really unfortunate. Ah! It's fine. It's fine. Although, like, 9 times 15... Could that work out for us? Ah! You're a bastard, game. You should feel bad for making me feel bad. Now we're gonna remove this. We're gonna make a single field, I guess. We'll figure out how to squish something in there too, but that is neither here nor there. We're gonna queue up a couple of buildings here to be built. Right over here. We're gonna potato this field to the next level. Alright. 13 workers. We have a lot of laborers, by the way. We should probably stuff our mines and our quarries. Let's do 7 people here. 4 people here. So we have a total of lots of workers. That's good. Good news. We'll probably have to build a couple of houses down there too, so might as well queue up that too. Let's build 2 over here and 1 over here. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. Alright, so we're gonna continue up next with increasing our population. We have 156 members. 44 to go for the next village. Until next time, be well. Bye!
This was the Lauron Gaming Show. Thanks for watching.